All right, hello everybody. This is Ryan over at High Carb Regenerator. Today I have Fruityamy with me. I just wanted to get a little bit about why she went vegan, and we'll see where this goes. I'm going to put all of her links down in the description section down below. I used to put them down in the bottom of the video, but that's you can't click on them. So I'm going to put all her links down below. Do you have you've got Instagram and YouTube, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, and TikTok.
That's usually what I link. I'm never on Facebook, so I never know if anybody's got a Facebook. So anyway, welcome to the channel.
Thank you, Ryan.
So, so how exactly did you get started doing the whole vegan thing? Where did it start? How many years ago did it start? Who kind of got you into it?
Mm, so it was like about 10 years ago, and hmm, I felt something was wrong, like about uh, health, and also I discovered that animals were not treated as well good, and I found out that you don't need to eat animals to be healthier. So, so actually, that was the first thing was I felt something was not good and I was not feeling right, and I started to watch videos like Fully Raw Christina,
Mhm.
and she was talking about this whole thing about oh, you will feel good if you do this and things like that, because it's more aligned to um how can I say this, mm, you're more like you know your mental side and the physical
Yeah.
side and the spiritual side. You will feel better if you actually are vegan, and it's the right thing to do. So yes, she inspired me. So it was basically to answer your question, for health reasons, and also to be a better person for the other people around me, and at the same time it helps the animals. So yeah, that's it basically.
Now, did you start off juicing, I guess, then, if you were following her, or did you start off with raw only?
I started with a French guy. He was into high carb first. He went to Thailand as well. He was eating lots of bananas. Uh, I don't remember if he was Bratil 4 or something like that, but he was eating lots of fruits for sure. Then I followed a French guy, as I said. He was Thierry Casasnovas, very controversial as well in France. This guy actually promotes now paleo type,
Oh, okay.
raw, all raw. So you need good fats, avocados, things like that. So this guy started well on the high carb thing, and then he went into the dark road of, oh, you need healthy fats. You need to stay raw at all costs, even if you need to eat much animal products. So, but I never did that. What I did is actually juicing and trying many things, even fasting. I tried water fasting. Was the worst thing in my life. So yeah, I tried many things because what we got in the media and the TV and doctors, nutritionists, that's never clear enough. Um, no precise answer. Never. Like it's like, oh, you need to do this. Look, healthy meal. Oh, it's just a little bit of vegetables. How much? It's just a little bit of protein. How much exactly? So you get the nutrition in, and
Yeah.
they don't tell you this. So that's uh, I was already, but yeah, I got passionate about this because there must be an answer somewhere. Where
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Now, were you overweight at the time?
uh I was not overweight. Yes, I was 23.5 BMI at my highest. After the water fast, actually, water fast and restricting on carbohydrates, because I was focusing on the raw purity mindset. So eating mostly raw. but not taking care about the basic, most important need, that is carbohydrates intake. And then I blowed out. How do you say it? I blowed out right after.
Yeah, I got. I mean, was it mostly water retention, or do you know?
Oh, I don't know. I think there was some fat because I was underweight at the time. I was 40 kilo for 100. I mean, I was underweight.
Yeah.
Before doing the eating many carbs again. So I think I gained some fat. I needed to, and I went up to 58 kilos for 157 centimeters. That's not so much, but it's like on a small person, you could you could see everything was more like that, and not my leanness now, but it was very much stored in here and on the waist especially. Everything was healing in my point of view. The liver damage because I was eating too much fat, not enough carbohydrates.
Yeah, I mean, you're in France, so is it even possible to really do fully raw in France? I mean, it seems like the only places you might be able to do it is like Thailand or something like that.
Really interesting. Fully raw.
Yeah.
I think the best country would be Thailand and some others that I don't know, but tropical countries, that is the best. In France, the thing is when it gets cold, you have access to apples, maybe persimmons, but it's apples, dates, very good. But then the variety is not that much. So that's why it's better to eat both fruits and starches.
Is it really expensive over there? The bananas, the dates, and apples, and all that.
No, it's not expensive if you choose the sweetest fruits like bananas. Mangoes are expensive, but bananas, dates, it's cheap, and it's seriously the best fruits you can have, like in, I would say, a majority of these fruits. And I want to say so many things. White rice is cheap. Potatoes are okay, cheap too. And these are the main ingredients. And sugar, white sugar, cane sugar, cheap as well. Because I like these subjects. But I said that because so many people actually wants to add variety in their lifestyle. Like, oh, I have to eat many apples, many oranges, many, I don't know, grapefruits and things like that. So I get these nutrients, this. But it's better to focus on the sweetest fruits that actually are the cheapest as well. And add the starches in the lifestyle. So actually you get the best results, even if it takes time for one person to drop weight. The focus is really to feel better over time, because otherwise what's the point to lose weight for 2 weeks and then
and blow up again,
if that makes sense.
Yeah. So how did you come across more of a raw till 4 or whatever you're doing right now? How did you come across that?
Raw till 4. So I'm not always doing the principles of raw till 4 because I have some. I had many late nights over the last years, and this can actually prevent or slow down the process. Yeah, but the other thing, like fat restriction, things like that, it worked pretty well, and I think we can all do that. So I came across the durianrider channel. First, it was freelee.
Okay.
right after Fuller Christina, it was freely because she was given how do you say this, numbers. So
Oh,
it
like blood number or like levels and stuff like that, or like.
oh, that's good. That's not about that. It was about the caloric intake
Oh, okay.
minimum. Good, because some people actually think maybe it's less. I think it was a good start. So people actually eat more, like, oh, 2,500 calories at least. And
Yeah.
some people thinks it's too much.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy. It really is. It's crazy.
it's because of maybe the standard diet, American diet. Because when you eat that much calories, it's okay because, I don't know, seems like if you eat these calories, it's like not the same as 4,000 calories from high carb, low fat things, foods.
Yeah.
But
So
then,
so you came across them, what made you change from going, from the raw to going to adding in starches and then.
okay, so I went raw at first because I wanted to feel better.
Mm.
That was my first yeah. I was not focusing so much on weight loss because it's cool, but feel better was most important for me. So I tried the raw thing because I thought I needed to detox, maybe to have the nutrition with the
Yeah.
green juices. But you actually feel dizzy when you do that. You feel uh, space cut. Um, so so after that, when I saw Freely's videos, I was um, inspired, but at the same time, it's rare that people talk so much about carbohydrates lifestyle,
Yeah.
unlimited. There must be something here. Unlimited, you sure? I don't want to gain fat, sorry. Like most people don't want to gain fat from
Yeah.
this. Um, but then it was thanks to Freely and Durianrider. But first, when I watched the videos of Durianrider, I was having some trouble following listening to his words because he was talking very fast. But now, and
Is
it's
that because of the language barrier, or is that just because he was talking fast?
both. Both. But then it's thanks to them, thanks to Freely's work and Darren Ryder's work, mostly because they always emphasize on the carbohydrates, and Darren Ryder really emphasizes about the sugar thing, which is very important, the sugar.
Yeah.
And when people come across, sorry, I talk so much, they come across a video like, oh, you should eat sugar. They think it's a crazy, crazy thing, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
the contrary. It's the opposite.
So when you switched over, how soon did you notice, like a difference? When you went from raw to eating more sugar, how long did it take to notice a difference?
Oh my God. It was right away. The first week, actually, I blowed out. I gained like 15 kilos. And I was
Wow.
like, oh,
That's like 30 some pounds.
but I was like understanding because of the Freely's video. Oh, you have to gain some weight because things like, okay, she explained. And a French YouTuber as well. I didn't talk about that, but she really was preaching the same thing. Um, Many calories, many carbohydrates, lifestyle of abundance, limited fat, and then many carbohydrates helped me, and a lot of people too. So yeah, the first week I felt better, gained weight, but felt better. And I had pimples all over my face too because I was, I think maybe starting to detox from the liver thing, probably. And after a few months, then it went totally fine. I was eating heaps of white rice, not many fruits actually, heaps of white rice, quinoa, because I like it, potatoes, yeah. And I was like, oh my God, I can eat my favorite foods.
Yeah.
You know, you don't have the best fruits all the time in France.
Okay. Yeah,
I
I'd
don't have
imagine.
to.
What about the south of France, though? It's pretty warm down there, right? Is it
It's
easier
cool.
to find? Huh?
It's cool for fruits. It's cool. Yes.
Yeah.
South of France, bananas.
Yeah.
Water.
Now, what about, so do you actually prefer starch over fruit? I mean, unless you're in Thailand, or is it just what you can find?
Um, I love starch, but fruits, if it's a really good quality, I think it's important too. But what I wouldn't preach is, oh my God, fruits is like the main thing you should have, and then they forget, sorry, the starches and the sugar, because fruits is really good. But sometimes you need heaps of calories to actually feel your best and function your best and have your best weight loss results. So you need to add actually the starches and the sugar.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's three-fourths.
Now, I don't, you don't count calories, dude. Did you ever count calories on this whole thing?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Yes, sometimes, but I do only to make sure I eat enough.
Now, when
Yeah.
you added in bike riding? When did that happen?
Bike rides. I never had epic bike rides, but then for the last few years, like 3 to 4 years, I was cycling to work, to to my school back then, and I think it helps, but never as much as the food you eat and the time you go to sleep. Also, the amount of rest and sleep you have.
Yeah, everybody
Food
gets on me about
first,
the sleep thing.
cycling second, food first thing. Yeah, food and the quality of rest you have.
Yeah.
Sleep.
So when did you change the sleep thing? Because everybody gets on me about this, because I have never been a person that goes to bed early. Just I can't do it. But I just can't. I've tried. I go to bed for I'll fall asleep for 3 hours and then I'm wide awake. So my body's just like, I can't.
Yes, that's annoying.
Yeah.
But I would always say, it sounds like, oh, it's too good to be true, but I would always say to someone who cannot sleep to increase sugar and the carbohydrates intake, like twice, like double it. You have 3K or have 6K. I know it sounds like crazy, but it improves so much sleep quality, rest. If you cannot sleep, maybe you had too much caffeine, or you didn't have enough carbohydrates, or it's a bad habit, so you cannot sleep at this hour. But if you cannot rest properly, even if you're not sleeping, watch out your carbohydrates intake. Seriously.
So what made you figure that out? I mean, I know Durianrider goes on about the sleep, but I mean, because you said you had late nights, right?
Yeah. But I think the most important thing is to have enough sugar and carbohydrates, even if you have late nights. Okay, it's important early nights, but then it's so powerful to have enough carbohydrates, more sugar carbohydrates, and maybe have a late night, but have this better quality of sleep than going to bed at 9 p.m., which is early, but not enough carbohydrates, because how can you sleep?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think anybody can. I mean, that's why people on keto never sleep, because the body's looking for carbohydrates.
Oh my God. Yeah, it's this this sad. Uh,
Is that big over in France, the keto thing?
mm, Many people need to take pills to sleep. They need to take pills. My sister need to take pills sometimes. She's barely eating enough. Under 2K standard diet, 2K calories. But then it depends on the metabolism as well. Do you have now? I think thyroid, so many things. I'm not an expert, but I saw it many times. So in France, I know that they take pills for depression, anxiety. Anxiety. Lots of people actually drinking coffee and cigarettes, which is triggering this more. And they don't eat enough carbohydrates each time.
That's weird because when I think of France, I think of all the bread and everything like that. But there's a lot of dairy.
There's gluten.
Huh?
There's gluten in the bread. It's toxic. No, I'm kidding.
Is that what's happening over there too? Like the gluten things over there?
Like some books are sold like gluten is so toxic. You should stop eating it. Like should avoid it at all costs. It's everywhere, mate. So I can do this. I can't. So
because I know I saw that they made it illegal in France to even serve vegan food at the schools because there was some kid that died or something like that.
Yes, about the info, sometimes I'm not aware of everything, but I think vegetarian is accepted. Vegetarian has been voted for many schools. Vegan, I don't know, maybe they think not enough nutrition or it's abuse to serve vegan foods.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you exactly about this one.
Okay, it's fine. So if somebody was getting on this lifestyle and they were coming to you for advice, what would be your key advice? Like, how would you tell somebody to get started on the high carb, low fat?
It's hard because people usually don't want to make changes easy, but most important things are never restrict, never ever your carbohydrates, and limit your fat intake, and have more rest and ditch the caffeine. I would say this.
Yeah. And do you think greens are important? Do you think vegetables are important? Because a lot of people get on me and a lot of other people about not having enough vegetables and greens. What do you think about the greens and all that?
So greens, in my experience, it's good for fiber and side dish, not as a main dish. And if you don't have greens on that day, but you had fruits and the three first of fruits, starches, sugar, I don't think you need it. I don't think. But side dish, okay, side dish. Don't do full plate of just lettuce. You will feel like but you will feel like shit if you don't have enough carbohydrates.
What do you think of McDougall? Do you know McDougall Starch Solution?
Yes.
What do you think of him saying that fruit is bad and sugar's bad, but then sometimes saying sugar's good? And what do you think of that?
I don't understand so much because when you eat rice and starches and things like that, it turns out to be sugar and it's glucose. Yeah. So I think his advice is actually pretty good because he promotes starches and I don't know, fruits, maybe not too much. That's it.
Yeah.
But the durianrider protocols are the best. I'm preaching the durianrider protocols. Get fit with Natasha lifestyle, and freely when she was doing roti for plus sugar, because he was never talking about it, but it's important, sugar.
Yeah, she never really did talk about sugar all that much. I don't think.
Not so much.
Yeah, like a
Maybe
tablespoon or something like that.
yeah.
And what is your thought on salt? Because recently I just started adding salt in, and it's actually been helping a lot. Do you pay attention to your sodium intake?
Actually, no. Sorry, I'm like that. Actually, no. But I think if you can limit it, it's good. But the most important thing that needs to be limited is fat intake. Sodium, it's good because you can eat more carbohydrates because of this. Not too much. Not too much, just for taste. But yeah, each day I think you need a little bit sodium each day. Actually, yeah, I want to say one thing. People who think that exercise is the most important thing or really important to lose weight. Sorry, people. It's not the case. It's food and how you get your rest. Actually, it's carbohydrates plus sleep. That is the first thing to watch out, and the fat limitation of fat. That's not exercise. Exercise comes after your metabolism is better. Yes, can help, but first, if you want to heal metabolism, that's no need for that in priority. That's not the priority.
Yeah. You mentioned metabolism quite a bit. Did you ever get your blood work done, or did you just kind of just go fly by the so did you ever publish this?
I never published it yet. I think it's going to happen. So maybe it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Also, if I know that if I don't eat enough fruits, you need to eat enough fruits on this lifestyle. Like probably if I say a number 1K per day, 1K calories per day would be cool. But the most important thing overall is the sugar intake, the carbohydrates. This is the most important, always. But then, yeah, there was a time when I was anemic because I was not eating enough fruits, I would say, fruits. And the B12 deficiency as well. This is...
Do you do the injection?
Yeah, but right now, yes, I'm full of B12.
You can just buy it at a store though over there, right?
You can?
Do you have to have like a script from? Yeah, because here you got to have a script from the doctor. It's crazy.
Okay. You're lucky. Well, then you can actually order it online.
Yeah.
And learn how to do yourself injections, because it's very easy. You just need to be careful and follow the details of a nurse to do it. Like,
yeah,
it helps a lot. I mean, you feel better here. If you have anemia, you should take B12 shots. Just Google it, because it has many benefits. I think it's important to have enough.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This has been a lot of fun. If you have any questions for Amy, leave them down in the comment section below. If there's enough questions, maybe we'll just do another one of these and she can answer your questions. Her links are going to be down in the description section down below. Thanks for joining. And any final statement?
Thank you for letting me talk about the high carb, low fat vegan lifestyle here on your channel.
Perfect. Perfect. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully everybody enjoyed it.
Bye.
Oh, and subscribe to both of our channels, to follow, do all that good fun stuff.